G'day and welcome back to a special episode of Tech Adept Crafts. Today we are doing a product review. This is something that has come out just today. Brand spanking new, and I just couldn't wait. Had to do an unboxing. I've not done one of these before, so this is a bit of fun. Anyway, let's see. This is Dungeon Bowl, the brand new box from Games Workshop. Games Workshop. I haven't done a review for them ever. I am a fan of Games Workshop, let's be clear, I am. In recent years, I really haven't done much with their products. But Blood Bowl, that goes straight to my core. Blood Bowl is a game that I have been a fan of since the early 90s. And it's a fantastic game. It's one that's great to introduce kids to. The painting up of miniatures, the team aspect of it. It's a really quick, simple game to learn, and it's one that I think is fantastic. So I love Blood Bowl as a game, but this one really caught my eye, and I could not walk past it. Dungeon Bowl. We have a game that is set based on gridiron. I mean, I'm Australian. I'm not an American, but I enjoy gridiron. Not playing it, obviously. So it's based on gridiron. It's a really fun game to play. But Dungeon Bowl is set in a dungeon. What do I have a lot of terrain of? Let me see. Dungeons. All right. So I've got another camera set up here, so I'll interpose that over, and there we go. Here we have our lovely box of Dungeon Bowl. Let's just get a good look at that. That is beautiful artwork there. I don't know who the artist was, but I'll look that up. But it's always amazing, the artworks that are on the box, the box sets for GW. They really do have some beautiful artwork. So what we've got in the Dungeon Bowl game, we have a number of tiles for doing our dungeon. By the looks of things, we've got some dice. We have our range rulers and our bouncing ball effect tokens here. We've got some footballs there, and looks like that there are a number of different types of Blood Bowl balls in there as well. Chests, portals, rule books, a trophy, and then of course 2 teams. Now this is different. I'm actually really excited to have a look at these minis. We have 2 different teams that are mixed race. Anybody that's played Blood Bowl before knows that you normally take a team based on a particular race within the Warhammer culture. So you might play a Dwarven team, you might play a High Elf team. I have my High Elf team sitting over there waiting to show you some photos of that. But these 2 are different. College of Fire team. That looks very cool. It looks like it's ogres. It looks like it is Dwarven Berserkers, Troll Slayers, some Goblins. Dwarves and Goblins working together. Okay. I think I found the first thing in this that I don't like, but we'll work past that. Dwarves and Goblins. Anyway, over here on the College of Shadow team. This College of Shadow team, we have some Skaven, we have Dark Elves. That looks like it might be a Witch Elf. Maybe a Witch Elf. We have Dungeon Bowl casts you as the coach of the team of players from one of the 8 colleges of magic. That will explain Fire Team, Shadow Team. As they traverse the labyrinth dungeons of the old world in search of the game Ball, avoiding traps and dungeons and dangers along the way, all in the name of glory and pride. Typical sort of Blood Bowl stuff, that. You decide the lineup and you decide the tactics, but just remember, it's not the winning that matters most, it's the amount of carnage that you cause along the way. Sorry, I had to do a bit of voice there. Anyway, bit of fun. Okay, inside you will find 2 teams of dynamically posed plastic citadel miniatures. I will say that the poses have come a long way from the original Blood Bowl molds. They were very Yeah, one-sided. Someone like that, or maybe like that. Yeah, these are very dynamically posed. You will find game markers and balls, official Dungeon Bowl rulebook, 16 lavishly detailed double-sided dungeon tiles. That's a big point. These are double-sided, so we can use two different ways there, two different sides. 36 Dungeon Bowl door tokens, 2 official Dungeon Bowl team dugouts. The dugout is where your team resides if they're injured or in reserves or dead. It's okay if you play an undead team, they can come back. And if you don't play an undead team, the undead team could still bring them back. That's always fun. Plastic range ruler, that was there. The random direction and ricochet templates, that was those two that I mentioned. 2 sets of official Dungeon Bowl dice. That was what I mentioned there. 2 cheat sheets for quick reference. Those cheat sheets are not cheats as in how you cheat in the game, they're how you cheat reading the rulebook. I would still read the rulebook if I was you. The cheat sheets will simply be there to help you. That's not to say that in the game of Blood Bowl you can't cheat. It's just it's a little bit more formalized in this game. There are actual rules for cheating, and you can be caught by the ref. Season 2 box of Blood Bowl is out now as well. I did not get that one. It is a $230 box, and yeah, I'm going to do a hard pass on that one for the moment. I do have the other Blood Bowl box, which I may show you a photo of at the end of this video. I may not. I have not actually had a chance to even open it and look at it, and I've had it for about 2 years now. Anyway, or since it came out, I don't know how long that's been. These past 2 years don't really seem to make much of a difference. But anyway, let's just move on. Okay, I think it is time to open this box. Oh man, it looks so nice. Okay, ready? Because I'm not going to get caught opening that badly. He says as he then opens it badly. That fresh smell is inbound. The freshly minted game. Yeah, as I said, this came out today, and I went into my local Warhammer store. Good old Troy. I love Troy. He is such a great manager. I actually used to work for him when I first moved to Sydney. He employed me doing painting tutorials. Yeah, so Troy's one Games Workshop manager that I will always support. He is a great supporter of the hobby in general, and a great person to boot. So went in, saw him, saw this, and just went, oh, look at that. Sexy plastic. Okay, anyway, sorry, this is a kid's show. All right, here we go. We have our Dungeon Bowl game. You ready? I am. Oh, I done it. Okay, inside the box. Oh, look at that. It is beautiful. All right, I'm going to say straight off, we've got our portals here and our chests, and they look absolutely beautiful. Let's get a nice little close-up of them. Oh, and look, there's the first ball. There's the first ball. It's a spiked ball. Oh, wow, the chests. Okay, so the chests look like, I wonder if they're objective markers, because some of the chests have coins in them, and what looks to be a bomb. Got to be a bomb in Blood Bowl. But there's one there that doesn't have a bomb in it. It's actually got a ball. So I wonder if you find the chests, you open the chests, maybe you get a bomb, maybe you get a ball. Okay. The next pieces I'm looking at here, this would be the Shadow Team. What is it, Shadow Team? What's it called? Let's have a look. Hopefully don't tip everything out. College of Shadow. College of Shadow. Okay. And these, man, they are such nice miniatures. Say what you want about GW pricing, and I know that I can be a little vocal about the GW pricing at times, but their miniatures are exquisite. They really are. Let's have a look at that. So there's one frame. There's one frame. That is beautiful. But let's just have a look. Come on, stay in focus. That single coin there. That looks like it's going to be a token for whether or not you are going first or second. Oh, there is a ball that has a rat's tail. That's not a ball, that's an egg. Oh, that ball is an egg. Yep, that's not going to end badly. Wow, okay, those miniatures, absolutely glorious. So how many we got here? Here, let's have a look at the other sheet as well. That looks like it's mainly the Skaven. They're so cool. They're so cool. Okay, let's have a look at that. There's our Skaven board. Our Skaven miniatures there for the team of the College of Shadows. I can't speak tonight. All right. Oh, okay. So what do we get? What do we get? We've got 4 Dark Elves and 6 Skaven. Odd. The teams used to always be like of 11. So if this is only 10, I suppose Dungeon Bowl. It's not a standard scrimmage lineup, so that's possibly why. 10 in the team of College of Shadows. All right. So that's over there. Next team, the College of Fire. I can tell you already, those ogres look absolutely beautiful. The ogres look amazing. Oh, those little tiny goblins. My goodness, they're small. There's got to be something wrong there. They are not, they can't be the goblins that you're playing with, surely. They're tiny. So we've got the two ogres, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. That's it. 7. We have 7 goblins. 7 goblins. Or actually, are they goblins, or would they possibly be, what was the ones that worked with the goblin team? Oh yes, look at that nose. Look at that nose. They're not goblins. They're not goblins. What were they? What was the name of those creatures that worked with the ogres? I can't remember them. And then here on the other sheet we have 7 dwarves. Now we have this is our range rulers. So we've got the bouncing ball token here. We've got our ruler that will snap fit together, or I'll more than likely glue it together. But so you roll the D8, and that's where the ball bounces when it gets thrown in or things like that. Or thrown in from the side, you have this little token here where it determines the direction based on a D6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lots of fun. Gridiron helmet. That's very cool. Okay, what else have we got in this box? Nice shiny cover here to protect the books from the miniatures. Blood Bowl second season edition. Okay, so in there you do see a picture of what comes in that second edition box set, and the miniatures are amazing. There really is. You can also get individual teams, and I think that's one of the things that I love about Blood Bowl, that you can flavor your team how you want it. All right, let's keep going. There we go with a rulebook there for Dungeon Bowl. I was talking with Troy, and we don't think that there was actually ever a standalone rule set for Dungeon Bowl. I think it was a supplement or something that came out in a White Dwarf. So many things used to come out in White Dwarf, and I don't think that happens as much anymore, but White Dwarf is still a great source of GW news or information as to what's going on in the world of Warhammer. Anyway, so there is our rulebook. We've got the building guide in there. Let's give this an open. Come on, let's open that up. Let's see what's in there. Oh, it's like Christmas. Oh wait, it's December. This must be my Christmas present. Thank you, me. Okay. All right, so there's our beautiful rule book, official rule book. It even says it, and all of the rules in there and how to play. Oh, here is Bob and Jim. Oh, Bob and Jim. Anybody who is a Blood Bowl fan will remember Bob and Jim have always been around in the rule books. They are legendary. They are legendary. The ogre and the vampire. Ah, yes, good old Bob and Jim. They have also been in every edition of the computerized version of Blood Bowl. There was an old Blood Bowl computer game back in the 90s. It was not great, but it was still fun. But then there's the PlayStation version, which came out a number of years ago, and that one is fantastic. And I do think that they're still on that. Anyway, your cheat sheets, and that's sort of like a quick set rules. That's all very good. And then you've got your instruction sheet as to how to build the models. That is always important, but never more so than with newer G-Dub models that have so many bits to them. I'm looking at some of these, and I mean, there are only 2 ogres, but there are 4 different heads. Got some options there. That's actually really cool. It looks like there are a number of different shield designs for the ogres to wear on their stomach. So that again is a very cool option. You have options. It's always nice when you can customize your team just a little bit more and do something interesting with them. So there we go. Yeah, Dark Elf linemen and 1 blitzer. So 3 Dark Elf linemen, 1 Dark Elf blitzer, 1 runner, 1 Dark Elf runner, 1 Witch Elf. There we go, 1 Witch Elf. And then you have Skaven Clan Rat linesmen, 3 of them, 1 blitzer, 1 thrower, 1 gutter runner. Cool. And then in the College of Fire, you have the Ogre Runt Punter. Ogre Runt Punter. Okay, runts. That's what they are, runts. He's going to be throwing those runts. Yep, you pick up the ball, I'm going to throw you, great. And then an ogre blocker, who looks like he is holding a runt and about to use it as a weapon. All good. A troll slayer and dwarf blocker, dwarf runner, which is a bit of an oxymoron, dwarf blitzer, nobblers. That's the name, nobblers. They're not goblins, they're nobblers. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I take back what I said. There's not dwarves working with goblins, there's dwarves working with nobblers. Fine. And yes, bomb chest, bull chest. There we go. Oh, I can't wait. I want to get this built and play a game tonight. No, that's not going to happen. All right, what have we got down the bottom here? Down the bottom, we have our dice. Let's have a little look at these. Okay, so here's the dice. We have the 2 sets of dice. We've got 2d6, because oftentimes that there are effects where you've got to roll 2d6 and show what you're doing there. Then you have your 3 blocking dice, which you've got pushbacks, you've got your hits, you've got you fall over, you've got you dodge, and this is where both fall over unless you have blitz, and yeah, you can get out of it that way. This is your randomizer for your team roster. I think, yeah. Up to 16 players. So if you want to work out your MVP, 16 players. Oh, look at that, number 9. Okay, so number 9 is your MVP, and there's your D8. I love how the numbers all look far more like they're scratched onto the dice. That looks very cool. Very, very cool. All right, and then the same for the College of Fire. So there are the dice. Let's put them aside. Bag of bases, nothing really to see here. And the last thing within the box is the board. Oh my goodness me, look at that. Okay, I'm going to do this really carefully. Let's cut this open just so that we can show what's inside. Oh, look at that. Fresh cardboard. Okay. Now, as it said in the description, we have 2 dugouts. There's our 2 dugouts. Now, in the dugout, it shows your reserves bin. Oh, and it's a portal. That's why we've got portals in the game, so you can actually get out onto the field in wherever the portals are. You've got your injured, and then in this, it's your seriously injured or dead. Yep. Turns. I am thinking that's turns. And oh, look, we've got 2 different ones there. Is that the same on this side? No, that's different. So by the looks of it, they have 4 different dugouts. Oh, that's nice. 4 different styles of dugout. So dugout number 1. Dugout number 2, dugout number 3, and dugout number 4. Okay. Oh, the obligatory sarcophagi. Okay, lava. Yep, lava bridge. We've got a dragon guarding a treasure hoard, statues, and then trays of pop-out terrain. Let's just do 1 or 2 of these now. All right. I think these bits are the doors. All right. There we go. So 1 tray done. Let's just have a look at that. I'll move that aside. We can put the tile like. How can we do this? Off to the side like that. All right. And we can have a dungeon wall coming out either way. And then I am guessing that is a door. Done. Nice. These are beautiful. Beautifully designed. Oh. Hours of enjoyment that is going to be. Absolute hours of enjoyment. Why am I so excited about Dungeon Bowl? Let's think about it. I have a set of tiles here that I can use for Dungeon Bowl. Fantastic. Great. Everything I need is in the box. Good. What about if I want to do something different? I can use any sort of dungeon terrain that I have. And I have a fair amount of dungeon terrain. So I can go and set up my 3D printed dungeons or my plaster cast dungeons. I can set up my Dwarven Forge dungeons. I can make my own set of dungeon tiles and go from there. It's all very, very simple. You can buy the rulebook separate, you can buy the teams separate, you can make your own dungeons. This, I think, is a fantastic addition. I am really looking forward to reading through these rules and seeing how this game works, because Blood Bowl is one of those games that I think should never go away. It did go away for a little while, and the fans didn't let it. The fans kept it going. They kept coming up with their own rule sets, kept bringing out new additions in the community until Games Workshop decided, yeah, you know what, that's a good idea, we're going to bring it back. And they did, and they have, and it's good, and we're happy. All right, I'm going to leave it there. That is the unboxing. There is a huge amount of stuff in this, and I really cannot wait to actually get in and have a game of this. Very excited by Dungeon Bowl coming back. I hope that you get excited about it, and if you would like to purchase that, go to your local Games Workshop store, if it's still called Games Workshop in your country, to your local Warhammer store or to your local games store. Always support those local stores. It's a really good thing to do, particularly in the current climate. Supporting your locals, it's a really great thing. Get in, get the game, have some fun, build some dungeon terrain, and get playing. Kickoff is soon. Cheers, guys. Don't forget to jump on over to Patreon at patreon.com and become one of the newest members of the Hobby Goodness or the Full Tackle. Remember that those funds do go to help supporting Inala, which is an amazing charity organisation. I'd like to thank all of the Hobby Goodness patrons. They are fantastic with their support every month, but in particular, let's thank the Full Tackle. These guys go above and beyond. Andreas Rocco, David Bennett, David Scaberis, Ian and Tiger O'Connor, Jean Maguire, Joel Cunningham, Judy Hayes, Kent Rutherford, Christina B, Lopiana, Mousetrap Creations, Night Lurker, Riri, Sean McKinley, and Toggers. Guys, thank you so much. You really, really do make my day each and every video. Thank you.